Why y'all? It's Fantastic Spinning from the knee. Adding for you, man. I'm gonna call him on the West. 2016. We got in Bond. I'm gonna do guys in the good. I'm gonna do thank you and anyone. I'm gonna do make this joint this feel this even day. So I'm gonna start yet. Corey in the West, the police, and on Bond. Even sitting in court, I'm a lawyer. I'm gonna do that, y'all. Please hit this subscribe and hit this bell and punch us on y'all. And punch us on you guys and comment you do, y'all. I'm just Corey on a court when booking date and editing, police and even poor. Do not. This is a real series, y'all. Jail and people in the West wanting to do that. Chloe, when the Bond, even in the West and the police, y'all. Alright, let's get in the end of this video, y'all. So I'm gonna do a lot of I'm gonna do the next end, y'all. Let's go.
So Corey County facility, as you can see here, his booking date was yesterday, January 16th. Corey turned himself in around 7 p.m. last night. Now, according to court documents, it appears that Corey has a bond set at $100,000. Now, I'm not sure if that's just for one case, since he does have two, which would make it $200,000 bond. Now, if you guys are not familiar with bonds, when you go to a bail's bondsman, they normally require you to put down like 10%. So in order for Corey to get out, it appears that he's going to have to put up $20,000. And it doesn't appear that Corey obtained his own lawyer because he was assigned a public defender. Now, there's a lot of bad stigma about public defenders because, of course, a lot of them help the courts out, so they really just want you to plea out, plead guilty, and so they can get over with the case and be on to the next one. They're not really there to fight for you. Now, I don't want to talk bad on all public defenders because I'm not really familiar with them, but I'm just telling you guys what most people think about public defenders. But it doesn't appear that Corey has the money to pay for a lawyer. I mean, according to the financial documents that were filed with the court, he doesn't have any monthly income coming in right now. As you can see, his total income is $0. So now, an affidavit of financial condition for a criminal case is a sworn statement that lists a defendant's assets, debts, and income, and it's a key document in a criminal case and may be used to determine if a defendant is eligible for court-appointed counsel, which Corey does have because he was appointed that public defender. So now, according to these public documents, states that Corey is living in Katy, Texas with a friend or family. He's been there for 3 years, so stating that he's full-time employed as a content creator. He's been employed for 9 years and 7 months, doesn't have any debts or assets. But now Corey has previously stated that he had real estate in Alabama, so I'm wondering what happened to all that, because that's not listed here on these financial conditions. Now, another document that was posted is the court directive order. As you can see here, the other is checked, stating that electronic monitoring device shall be installed prior to defendant's release from Harris County custody. Now, if you guys don't know what that means, it means that if Corey is released on bond, then he will probably or will be wearing an ankle monitor so they can know where he's at all times. Now, there are a lot of conditions to having to wear an ankle monitor. One being that you have to be in at a certain time, being that they give him a curfew, and sometimes that curfew is like 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. But they also filed paperwork with bond conditions. So let's just read all that would apply to Corey. First states, defendant shall personally appear in court on time every time this case is set on the court's docket, unless the judge waives the appearance. Another one states, defendant shall commit no crime and shall not engage in any conduct that could result in his arrest. Another one that is checked here states, defendant is to surrender his or her passport for temporary deposit with the treasurer or register of the court as instructed by supervising agency, and provide the agency with proof of that surrender. So that means that Corey will have to give up his passport, so he will no longer be able to travel out of the country. Now let's look at what they have listed as his travel restriction. It says, defendant travel is restricted as follows: must remain within Harris County, Texas, and its surrounding counties, Brazoria, Chambers, Fort Bend, Galveston, Liberty, Montgomery, and Waller. A request to travel outside these counties must be submitted to your supervising officer at least 2 business days prior to your planned travel date. So it looks like Corey will be stuck in Houston. Calendar days of the defendant's release on bond. Defendant must sign any required agreements, comply with all required equipment and maintenance services, and comply with monitoring protocols as instructed by the supervising agency. So now these were the documents that were listed with the courts. Now hopefully Corey is able to obtain his own attorney and not have a public defender defending him. But I know Corey did state at one point that his case was so solid that he could really defend himself. So maybe that's why he chose to go the public defender route. But then again, lawyers do come with a hefty price tag, and it appears that Corey is in some deep trouble with the courts. Now, we'll keep you guys updated if Corey does make bail. Again, it looks like he has to put up $20,000. Now, there too would have a public defender defending him, but I know Corey did state at one point that his case was so solid that he could really defend himself. So maybe that's why he chose to go the public defender route. But then again, lawyers do come with a hefty price tag, and it appears that Corey is in some deep trouble with the courts. Now, we'll keep you guys updated if Corey does make bail. Again, it looks like he has to put up $20,000 by the supervising agency. So now these were the documents that were listed with the courts. Now, hopefully Corey is able to obtain his own attorney and not have a public defender defending him. But I know Corey did state at one point that his case was so solid that he could really defend himself. So maybe that's why he chose to go the public defender route. But then again, lawyers do come with a hefty price tag, and it appears that Corey is in some deep trouble.
Wanna know, Corey, join in jail every year. Saying, talking about Corey even monitor when I echo in that when I can't go into in a town everywhere like that. It's January 17 to 2025. I'm in a long time in the y'all. And say and I telling that the court is ordered by the company with the coroner listen about what is currently of my question on and the bond a way ace the coroner intends that my first in company with those women the choices in the effort or see and talk about do not do it in the home, y'all. Do not add this Corey Philos in the West. Do not do it in the home, y'all. Do not do it. I know anyone just even before. And then in the West, at 12:01 a.m. enter 11:59 p.m. The lots there order, bond, murder, kidnap, anything. Do not do it in the home, y'all. Do not do it anything in a lot. Want to raise phone within the country, in the community country. In coming country, do not do it in your home yard and say do not do that. If someone to do that, my fans and prayers, do not do that at home. It is well said. It is well said. So even in part. Alright, purpose to a lawyer. The person for the decision lesson by McKay. Doctor saving the will and file a copy of all in the assault. Never to this president of the office in files. So the files do not files even not foreign person. Do not file. It is them on the boarding school. Don't tell and teach on your parents. It is them going to go on. Since the last one this day, and then to do revenue with the day of Texas, even coming to Trapper outside the state of Texas, must be supper to your classifies over was last to pieces proud you your proper day. Proper day January, August, October, every part. And did rest January 17, 2025. A long time in there. Alright, I know a lot in the day in this video that they want to see you in this video. I got